Thanks for listening to Fresh and Uncooked, the podcast where we talk about new products, menu items, favorite dishes, recipes, and anything and everything food related. I'm Chris.
I'm Jeff.
What are we talking about today?
So many different things, but I guess the main topic would be accessories, so to speak, that go with sandwiches.
Sandwiches again?
Why not? Who doesn't love a sandwich?
Also, a pantry staple is getting a price increase?
Really?
Freshly prepared sides delivered to your door? And drinkable Cinnabon, all next in food news.
Nice.
Food news.
Speaking of a good sandwich accessory, Campbell's Soup is raising prices.
Are they really?
Do you like soup just in general?
I love soup.
like
I can't really say that I love Campbell's Soup, though.
That was my follow-up. Yeah, I mean, you got your classic tomato soup. That's probably the only one I still buy on occasion. Like if I'm under the weather, if I get a cold, if I get the flu, I buy certain products that just either for comfort or because I believe they make me feel better. And Campbell's tomato soup is one of those things, actually.
I will not eat tomato soup.
Okay. Chicken noodle. What about Campbell's chicken noodle?
Oh,
that's another classic one.
Oh, no.
You know what? If they made it without the chicken in it, I think it would be better. Just the noodles and the...
Without the chicken, there's maybe...
Without the little tiny...
There's maybe 4 tiny pieces of chicken in one
Still, man, that's
can
just a
of
turn
Campbell's
off for
chicken
me,
noodle
man.
soup.
And then you get your cream of mushrooms soups that are
That's
in a lot
good.
of recipes. You know, Campbell's is still a thing, I think, right?
It's a staple. It's got to be the number one. It's the number one soup brand.
Yeah, they got the most real estate in the grocery store shelves.
Absolutely.
So they're down 5% last quarter, so they're increasing prices. So it may not be passed on to us as like consumers, but it's something to keep in mind.
That's very odd, though, don't you think? Considering the pandemic and everything that went on, people were eating at home a whole lot more, and soup went down?
Well, I guess it was transportation costs going up.
Okay.
Apparently one of their major plants is in Texas, and that whole power thing in Texas really screwed them up. So,
Okay.
you know, you might be thinking, Chris, it's Campbell's Soup, right? It's what, $1.23 a can? I mean, it's
Somewhere around there.
pretty affordable product, right? So, yeah, if they raise the prices up a little bit, it's not going to be that big of a deal. But another thing to keep in mind is Campbell's also owns Swanson Broth, Pop Secret, Cape Cod Chips, Pace Salsa, Snyder's of Hanover Pretzels, V8 Juice, Prego Tomato Sauce, SpaghettiOs, and Petridge Farms.
Wow.
So, hopefully, prices will remain as is. Freshly. You ever have Freshly, the meal delivery service?
I don't believe I've
tried
ever done Freshly, no.
I haven't either, but if I did do another one of those, I think this would be the next one.
Okay.
They're introducing some new menu items, and they're called proteins and sides. So they're multi-serve portions of 8 of the fan favorites. So instead of, like, in addition to their single-serve meals, their entrees, these are kind of just sides or proteins. So the ready-to-eat proteins and side dishes are available for mix and match, or just for, like, a cooking shortcut. So you can add that as an upcharge to Freshly's 4, 6, 10, and 12 meal plans, which do start at $8.49 per meal.
Nice.
Couple of things like baked beef or even turkey meatballs. They got grilled chicken strips, flat iron steaks. This is all just heat and serve stuff. It's like lightly seasoned. It's supposed to be all clean, you know, no additives, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. There's also a gluten-free mac and cheese that they're adding as a side with butternut squash and like a half potato, half cauliflower mash. So if it's something you're interested in, check out Freshly. Cinnabon and Carnation have joined together and now have Cinnabon flavored nutritional drink. You know, Carnation breakfast, like they used to call them Carnation instant breakfast, I believe.
Right.
They're like in little envelopes.
It's a little
mix
package.
them with milk or water.
It's your breakfast in a nice little foil-lined package.
Well, the Carnation Breakfast Essentials, as they're known now, has teamed together with Cinnabon for a flavored nutritional drink. It's still going to have the 10 grams of protein and 21 vitamins and minerals as the original Carnation Breakfast Essential Nutritional Drinks, as they're called now. I still like instant breakfast better, but I don't think they're in those little envelopes that you'd like tear open and mix for breakfast. I think they're all in containers now, and you just drink
little bottles, individual bottles.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Cinnabon and want your breakfast to go, the flavor is available now and ready to drink in 8-ounce 6-packs at Walmart, Amazon, or other stores nationwide.
They say this is a nutrient-packed breakfast beverage. A lot of nutritional value, correct? They mentioned the 10 grams of protein, the 21 vitamins and minerals. Mm-hmm. What else is in there, though? Because it's Cinnabon.
Yeah, well, they don't really get into that, but there's vitamin C for immune support. There's protein for supporting growing muscles and bones.
And I'm guessing a whole lot of sugar.
Vitamin D. Yeah, funny, they didn't really put that on the press release, but we can get into that if you got a question about it. Just send us a tweet. That was food news. Sandwich accessories. Part 1 of sandwiches, which I want to say there's probably going to be 10 parts to this series on Fresh and Uncooked. If you haven't listened to it yet, you got to make sure and go back and check out part 1, where Jeff and I basically talk about what we consider to be the top of the sandwich kingdom.
We definitely hold court on sandwiches.
We gave like our top 3. I think I might have given 4. But after we were done taping the podcast, we were thinking of sandwiches naturally. And we kind of thought of a few more. So I wanted to give you a chance, Jeff, if you wanted to add one more to your sandwich list.
I definitely do. And that sandwich is a lobster roll.
Lobster roll. So cut up lobster in like a soft bun. Is it just butter? Is it mayonnaise?
Yeah, it's usually butter. Yeah.
I've never had one.
A little bit of Old Bay seasoning on the lobster. Ooh. Old Bay seasoning. How do you feel about Old Bay seasoning?
That sounds like a sandwich accessory to me, Jeff.
It's definitely is.
If you're going lobster, at least.
Yeah.
Mine I wanted to add was a BLT, and I'm upset with myself that I didn't even consider putting this on my list for the show. But a classic BLT sandwich is definitely one of my favorite sandwiches.
Now, the bacon, is there a certain crispness that you need with the bacon for a BLT?
I kind of like my bacon, no matter if it's breakfast, on a sandwich, on a BLT, whatever. More on the crispy side, but a little chew to it.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's the thicker kind, it still needs to have some crisp, to it. Yeah, a little crispy. What about you?
You know what? I think I usually like it a little bit more on the chewy side, but for a BLT, if it's a little bit more crunchy and a little bit more well done, I'm fine with that.
Nice. Now that we got our sandwich lists out of the way and our runner-ups, our forgotten sandwiches that we wanted to include, we're going to get into what I'm going to call the accessories, the add-ons, the sides, just the teammates of a good sandwich in general. So we want to go sides, you want to go add-ons, where you want to go first?
We can go either or.
All right. I think a classic add-on, and maybe this is kind of a Chicago thing, but giardiniera.
Giardiniera is delicious.
It's mostly served on like Italian beef sandwiches, spicy, crunchy, salty, loads of peppers and vegetables in an oil vinegar kind of mix. It's good on Italian subs. It's good just kind of on its own.
Yeah.
It's good on lots of different sandwiches.
Most of the sandwiches that I make, I put giardiniera on it.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise and giardiniera.
Oh, that's a great combo. Probably trying to think of a sandwich that I wouldn't put giardiniera on. The only thing that pops in my head would be peanut butter and jelly, but it might work.
Yeah, I'm not much of a peanut butter and jelly
people
guy.
People are putting mustard on watermelon nowadays, so giardiniera on a peanut butter and jelly might be a thing now.
Right, and depends what kind of jelly you have, too. Like, I think I have a habanero jelly at home.
A hot pepper jelly. That's almost like, a giardiniera jelly. Maybe that's... Oh. Boom. What about a pickle? Would you consider that an add-on or like a side? Because you could have a pickle on a sandwich, whether it's sliced or whatever, but... I think a pickle needs to be on the side for me.
Not on the sandwich? Not in a slice?
It doesn't have to be, no. It doesn't have to be on the sandwich.
I think that a pickle is probably the perfect complement to any sandwich. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, it's good. It's the same qualities of giardiniera, except without the spice, basically. Mm-hmm. That vinegary. Like, I like cold pickles.
Yes.
I prefer that. I think sometimes you see, like... For some reason, I'm picturing a sandwich, right? I don't know if it's a cartoon I'm picturing or if it's just a sandwich. But on the top of the sandwich, and it's just piled high, it looks good, lots of layers. And at the top, there's a toothpick with an olive. Do you see that picture that I'm seeing?
I definitely do. Yeah. A lot of times I think on sliders, if you go to a place that has the smaller slider type thing, you'll see those there. Maybe on top of a Hawaiian roll.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm seeing. But I don't need an olive and a toothpick.
No, one
on top
singular
of the
olive. Come on now.
right?
Who does that?
Is it even blue cheese stuff?
That makes me, that upsets me. That just angers me. Bring me more olives.
What other add-ons? Mayonnaise, mustard, all kind of depends on the meat.
Yeah, there's sandwich spreads. There's all types of things.
Relish.
Relish works too. You know, the jardinieras. Wow. I mean, when you said jardinera, that just really opened it up because I really do. I put it on pretty much every sandwich that I make. Now, the peanut butter and jelly thing, I don't eat peanut butter and jelly. I do maybe every 3 years or so. Not much of a peanut butter fan just because.
What about egg salad?
Love egg salad.
Do you like egg salad?
And we put jardinera in there too.
Really?
Every time, yes.
I can't say the last time I've had an egg salad sandwich, but I don't jardinera on it. I guess that would add some crunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's delicious. Yeah, egg salad, here's the thing. So, I'm really big on expiration dates. So if we have a dozen eggs and maybe there's 5 of them left or whatever, hey, let's make egg salad tonight and we'll have egg salad sandwiches.
Do some hard-boiled eggs.
That's what we do.
They'll last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Make some egg salad. Deviled eggs.
Love them.
Is kind of like egg salad shooters, right?
True.
In a way.
With smoked paprika?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Yeah. I almost thinking maybe like taking a pepper out of the jardinera and putting it on top of a deviled egg.
Or even a jalapeno?
Maybe.
Fresh jalapeno?
Yeah, that would work too.
Or bacon? Just bacon inside of that too?
Soon there will be a Fresh and Uncooked cookbook that you can purchase on Amazon. We just added a new recipe to the appetizer.
There you
section.
go.
What about sides? What to you is like a perfect side to a sandwich?
Potato chips?
Potato chips.
Every time.
Yeah, potato chips. And just to not take away from the sandwich, like it doesn't even have to be like barbecue potato chips or sour cream, just plain potato chips. And if you go to a restaurant or something and they're like making their own potato chips fresh, that's probably even better.
That's good.
But a good plain, salty, crispy, thin potato chip, little pile next to the sandwich. If you're in a hurry, just put some on the sandwich. No?
A little juvenile. A little bit too juvenile for my taste.
If you're in a hurry, Jeff, I think I'd see you doing it. What about like a salad, like potato salad, macaroni salad? Is that kind of too much?
Or a pasta salad? I like pasta salads. Usually if I have a pasta salad, if I get a sandwich or a wrap or what have you, because a wrap is a sandwich, at least for conversational purposes.
Okay.
Let's just say that it is.
It's almost like an alternative way to have what should be on a sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah. A carb cutting way or something. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I could probably cut some carbs here and there every once in a while. But if there's pasta salad, which kind of adds carbs right back into it, right? So you cut the carbs so you can add carbs elsewhere. Yeah. Pasta salad's a good way to go.
Little give and take. Mm-hmm. Coleslaw would kind of fall into that same category, right?
Yes, good
Classic
stuff.
Like a good barbecue pork sandwich, in my book, there's got to be coleslaw right next to that thing. Or on
the sandwich, yeah.
Just like the potato chips, right on the sandwich even works.
Or potato salad.
See, I mean, I'm not going to complain if there's some potato salad next to the sandwich, but I almost think lighter on the side so that the sandwich can be, the king.
The sandwich is the focus.
Yeah, exactly.
And potato salad is going to take a focus away from the sandwich.
It could be like, damn, that's some good potato salad, and be like next to my, turkey sandwich.
Okay.
Just saying.
Or just a regular salad?
Salad and a sandwich? I don't know. I think soup and sandwich work better than salad and sandwich. And I don't really have soup and sandwich all that much. Like when I have soup, it's usually the meal, like a couple bowls of soup. Mm-hmm. I don't know. For some reason, to me, a salad and a sandwich doesn't go together because maybe because I'm already loading up the sandwich with lettuce and tomato,
And a nice red onion. A nice red onion on that sandwich.
Yeah, depending on what kind of sandwich, absolutely. Do you like salads and sandwiches?
Now that you bring it up, I don't know. I don't think I've ever done that. You just take the salad and you put it on the sandwich.
Exactly. Yeah, drag it through the garden.
Right.
French fries. As long as they're good.
French fries are
just
so
like
good.
Any French fry. As long as it's a good French fry. As long as it's not like sitting around forever French fry.
Sweet potato fry? Do you like the sweet potato fries?
I mean, sure. I'll take them. But I'd rather have a regular fry or like a waffle fry. I think waffle fries are probably my,
the way that it holds onto any type of condiment, ketchup or mayonnaise, ranch dressing sometimes maybe.
Yeah, sure.
You're thinking outside the box a little bit. Putting ranch dressing on anything, I don't know if you're thinking outside the box, it goes with anything.
Right. Or even a good tater tot.
Tater tots are good.
Right?
But once again, I think you might be taking away the focus away from the sandwich.
Not with a tater tot. I mean, tater tots can be good.
Yeah, but what if you get like loaded tater
loaded
tots?
Potato tots.
Yeah.
Wow. No, I wasn't thinking.
Or loaded fries?
I wasn't thinking. No. Now, see, exactly. Yes, that would be too much.
A poutine?
A poutine. Yeah, no. Just salt, pepper, whatever. If you got a special seasoning on your fries or your tater tots or whatever, that's all it needs. And like you said, a little ketchup, a little ranch, a little honey mustard, whatever, whatever is good. That'll work.
Delicious.
So now that we've accessorized sandwiches as probably as much as we can until we end the show and we think of like 30 more things, what about just your thoughts on a breakfast sandwich? Because that was not in any of our lists. That was not in any discussion except for maybe how when bacon came into the discussion or an egg sandwich. But I mean, I know the answer to this, but you are a fan of breakfast sandwiches, correct?
Absolutely. And it's so funny that you bring that up. We're on the same wavelength here. I was thinking about it yesterday when I was preparing for the show mentally. I made mental notes. So maybe let's go over a little checklist here as far as breakfast sandwiches are concerned.
Let's do it.
All right. When you're getting a breakfast sandwich, what type of bread? Is it a bagel, a croissant, or an English muffin?
I would be happy with either of those, but right now, since I haven't had one in a while, a croissant. I'll go croissant right now.
I like where you're heading with this whole thing.
Okay.
Now, what's your meat of choice for this breakfast sandwich? Are you going bacon, sausage, or ham?
I would probably go sausage.
That's the way I usually go too, Chris.
I go and pork sausage. Not turkey sausage, not tofu sausage, not Australian, whatever sausage.
Oh, elk sausage? I would love an elk sausage on my breakfast sandwich.
Although croissant and sausage, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some egg.
Always.
Chicken egg.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what kind of choices you're going to give me for the egg.
A quail egg? Would you like a quail egg on there?
Maybe 3. Yeah, give me 3 of those. And some cheese, like some cheddar.
Yes. I'm not much of a cheddar guy. I like white cheddar. Like a white cheddar cheese is really good.
Okay.
And Dunkin' has it back. The white cheddar was gone for a while, and they brought it back. Very happy about that.
Okay. That's good.
Because most of my breakfast sandwiches, that's where they come from.
Dunkin'. Yeah, a breakfast sandwich is it's good. And I was going to say, whether it's English muffin, whether if it's bagel, like a big hearty sandwich, like on a bagel, a croissant, like is a Burger King? I think they have
the croissantwiches.
Croissantwich, yeah.
Those are delicious.
Those are good too. That's basically what we built right there with the croissant, the sausage, the egg, and the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Breakfast sandwich needed a mention since we were talking sandwiches. But breakfast sandwich accessories. Is there?
Hash browns?
Okay.
Or potato rounds?
Still potatoes.
It's potatoes. Potatoes work with sandwiches.
The ultimate side and accessory for a sandwich.
Potatoes and sandwiches. Yeah. A match made in heaven.
Absolutely. Jeff, I'm sure this series of sandwiches will go on and on and on. But I think next time we're going to take a break from sandwiches. Is that okay?
That works.
I mean, we can still eat sandwiches in between.
Oh,
yeah.
You bet we will.
So I'm sure a part 3, probably a part 5 of sandwiches will be coming soon to Fresh and Uncooked, but you'll have to wait for that. Again, if you haven't checked out part 1 of our favorite sandwiches, please go back and check that out. Send us a note, say hi on Twitter. Thanks for listening to another episode of Fresh and Uncooked. Until then,
enjoy what you eat.